Hey everybody. So this week your collective message is the Four of Swords. This is from the Weird World Tarot. So we have like what looks like a knight with his sword sleeping, in a pile of fall leaves. So the swords are about thoughts and communication. The four is about stability. And 4 can be kind of related to other things too. Like if you split it up, it can be like 2 and 2. Kind of makes me think of like partnerships, like in a way. I kind of think of the 4 of Wands right now. For some reason that's coming out, like the stability of a relationship, like solid ground, like a marriage, things like that, when it's going well, of course. But the 4 of Swords here, what I'm getting is that some of you've been dreaming. Must be perfect for this background too. The light over my head. This is how I picture people. This is how I picture us, in my head. Like I see people with light over their head, and this is kind of a representative of, what you're seeing up here. A kind of representative of kind of how I view people. With their psychic abilities or their spiritual self, their spiritual light. I think that's why it attracts spirit to them, because I think our lights grow brighter when we are in our spiritual alignment and on our journeys, and we are openly practicing, especially those of us who are into divination, that are opening up our third eye and that we are able to communicate. And I think it's very interesting because I feel like you are there. I wasn't expecting this message, but you've always kind of been this way. But if you are dropping in and watching this video right now, I just want to say that you are psychic. We all are. Everybody has the ability. We're born with it. It is built in. It's a built-in system, not just for our souls, our spirit, but I think it's built in as intuition for our bodies as well, for these meat suits that we have to wear for our earth experience. And so it's there if you want it. Some people choose to ignore it. Some people choose not to believe in it. They don't want to go down that path. A lot of people, though, they end up following it, that gut instinct. They just call it gut instinct instead. Like, hey, trust your gut. They say that instead of follow your intuition. But truthfully, that's what you're doing, though. You are trusting in that unknown feeling of something's not right here, or I feel like it's going to go this way, or I want to make this decision because I just feel like it's the right one to make. You're following the path you're meant to, whether you realize it or not. With that being said, though, this person is sleeping, and I feel like you're having a lot of dreams lately. You guys are, every time you sleep, though, you may be kind of having dream psychic, as I'm going to call it, but there's a lot of terms out there, and you may be having visitations. And for those of you that may not know what that term is, a visitation is basically when a deceased loved one comes to you in a dream. Now, I've had this dream with a grandmother who passed, and she came to me, gave me a hug, and you spoke to me. And it was so vivid, and the hug was warm, and it was black and white, except she was in color, and I just remember it so vividly. And yet, I also grew up having dreams about the deceased all the time, going, why are there all these spirits in my house? I would literally dream about spirits in my house. And if it isn't just spirits, though, I would also, in my dreams, I would astral travel. So if you find yourself floating or flying or visiting other places and having these super vivid dreams where you're talking to people or going to different places and you've never seen before, and experiencing different things, where you moving around, and maybe you even have a little bit of lucidity, like lucid dreams, where you start to be able to control the environment a little bit in your dream. Like, yeah, you guys you're awakening these abilities within yourself. And it's pretty exciting. It's like, think about it. You have this ability to channel spirit. You have this ability to communicate. You have this ability to astral travel. You just have to figure out, you're already doing it. You just don't know how you're doing it. And the more you get into it and understand, the more, like, if it happens, it happens. Some people are able to learn how to do it and how to control it. This is something I have to learn to do. I was always able to do it without even knowing what I was doing. But yeah, I would travel to all kinds of places. I had such crazy dreams. Like, it was so vivid and colorful, and I could feel temperature, and I could talk to people in my dreams, and I could see the way the land looked before, like, buildings were built, and I was able to visit, you know, I was able to stare down the devil, or, you know, have a conversation with Jesus on a flip phone. I mean, these things happen in my dreams. If you've had anything like this, I would love to hear your stories. If you, please comment if you have any stories like this, because dreams, I really do believe that dreams are a bridge to the afterlife in some ways, and they are a bridge to the other side, a connection to spirit. And I do think that we can differentiate between what are stress dreams and everyday dreams that are brain firing off versus what are spiritual dreams that are real dreams where we're being given information, or we are traveling outside of our body. So these are important. But I just want to say, like, you are definitely doing that. And I think there's something important with the leaves here, like that by fall, I think that you're going to become well aware by the time, and this is July now, we're getting into, you know, mid to late summer as we're coming in. But by the time that fall gets in here, the fall months, I think that you're going to be well aware, like, oh my gosh, I'm having dreams, I'm starting to see things. You may be seeing things with your third eye, you know, or seeing things with your actual eye. You may be hearing things internally or externally around you. You may be sensing things, like you can feel, whether you can feel pain or emotions, but you're going to start picking up a lot of things. More and more people are waking up, and I say waking up as in their intuition is being awakened, and it's growing. So ask your guides to help you with the process, to slow it down, speed up, however you feel comfortable. You can ask for help with that however you feel, and you will be helped with it. Ask and you shall receive. So however this goes for you, you know, you handle it the best way you can. You know, and you seek out meetup groups and things like that, spiritual groups where you can talk about your spiritual journey, and this will help bring you in, you know, it'll help you bring in to groups with people that you resonate with, that other people going through the same thing. So it will definitely make you feel more comfortable. And I hope that helps. But I have a meetup group myself, so if you want to come hang out and you want to learn things, like, you know, you want to practice channeling or do psychic development, that's something we do in my group. And I like to do it with everybody else. I like us all to do it together as a group. But it'll definitely help you kind of, get more comfortable with it. But don't be afraid of it. Just try to embrace it and go with the flow. Good luck.